Guys, it's going down in LA. Now pay attention to the sign. Right here, it says, "We are not criminals." Now, these are people who are protesting. They're anti-ICE, and they're taking over Los Angeles freeways and different places in Los Angeles, clearly. They are upset with people being deported. Clearly, listen, I can understand why somebody would be upset. Like, say, if I have a granddad or a grandma who, you know, is here illegally, been here for a while, but came in illegally, and now they're deporting them. I can understand the frustration and anger that would come with people whose family members are being deported and they haven't done anything wrong. But here is the thing, guys, that I think people aren't understanding. Entering the country illegally is a crime. You are considered a criminal once you enter in the country illegally. Whether or not you're a good person, once you cross the borders that you knew was illegal to cross, you are now considered a criminal in the United States of America because what you did was against the law. I don't think people are, and just because somebody's been in the country for 10 years illegally does not automatically make them legal now. You still have to go through the process to get the proper documents. Like I said, I can understand the frustration, but don't think that it's going to change the mind of higher authorities because you and your family have somebody who's a good person who's here illegally. The fact of the matter remains that there are a lot of people in the country illegally that are bad individuals. So that's why everyone is getting kicked out, because there are a bad bunch with a good bunch. So all the bunch needs to go out to cleanse the whole situation, and then they can take the proper steps to come back into the country if they really want to be here. And there are different people who completely agree with this, who work their butts off to come into this country legally. I've spoken to them. They're even like, yo, they want to come into the country, let them do it legally like we did. Everywhere. San Bernardino. These are freeways I know. I know these freeways. I used to drive these freeways all my life growing up. I used to live in San Bernardino once upon a time. Listen, guys, I lived in California my entire life, except these last 3 years when I've been in Houston, and I absolutely love my Hispanic brothers and sisters. I've been around them in California my entire life. Absolutely love them. There are many different individuals who are Hispanic who are beautiful individuals. Um, you know, but whatever ethnicity, there are different ethnicities who have entered the country illegally. It's illegal, guys. Like, I understand, there's different people who you consider a good person, but if they've entered the country illegally, it's still illegal. Like, if somebody breaks into your house and they've been sleeping in your basement for the past 5 years and you didn't know about it because you didn't go into the basement, when you finally go into the basement, are they a resident or are they still an illegal individual that broke into your house? It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. And I don't say this to get on anyone's bad side or push any buttons, guys. I'm just saying, really think about the law. It's being broke if you cross the border illegally. And here's what I don't agree with. This next video clip. What you have there is different individuals waving a flag of their country, burning the flag of this country in this country. I don't rock with that. If you don't like America, get out. Because you know the people who be doing that? The people who are citizens and they're here legally. They're doing that thinking that they're doing something good for people who aren't here. You think illegal immigrants who have snuck here are going to be burning American flags? You foolish individuals. What do you think you are doing by burning the American flag, holding a different flag? You're burning the American flag, holding a different flag, wanting to stay in America. Foolishness. Can't rock with you on that one, champ. I'm happy to be an American. I believe it's a blessing to be an American. Home of the free, land of the brave. It's a beautiful country. Many people want to be here. Many people are trying to get in here, clearly. Once them borders open, listen to me. Once them borders opened up under the Biden administration, they started skipping and running. Once they knew they can get inside the country, everybody from Timbuktu to Egypt was on their way. Honey, load up the horses and fill up the chariots. We're going. Why? If the USA is that bad of a country, why would everybody trying to get over here once them borders opened up? Oh boy. Guys, the fact of the matter remains, there are dangerous individuals that are outside the country trying to get in the country to harm you and your family. I don't care how much people don't want to listen to that fact because they have different people who happen to be illegal over here with them. I can understand your frustration completely. I can understand your frustration. My heart goes out to you. I pray things go right when it comes to the document process for your family members or your friends or who your girlfriends, whoever it is who happened to be here illegally and they got kicked, they got deported. I pray everything goes well for them coming back into the country legally. Therefore, you don't have to look over your back every second. Therefore, you don't have to get extremely afraid when a cop gets behind you, or you don't have to walk on eggshells. I pray things go in your favor. If you were doing nothing more than trying to have a better life in America, I pray things go in your favor with your people getting back into this country. But if you were here on some I'm sneaking in there type stuff, you're gone. A lot of people were in here doing harm, ladies and gentlemen. They were doing harm. Y'all remember the Venezuelan gang? They gone. Trump left a whole message about them. It is so good to have the Venezuela hostages back home. Hostages, guys. The Venezuela hostages, guys. Who do you think were their hostages? American citizens. American law-abiding citizens were hostages of different Venezuelan people, of the Venezuelan gang that came into the country illegally. So yes, there's a mass deportation. Very important to note that Venezuela has agreed to receive back into their country all Venezuela illegal aliens who were encamped in the U.S., including gang members of Tren de Aragua. Venezuela has further agreed to supply the transportation back. They taking them. We are in the process of removing record numbers of illegal aliens from all countries. And all countries have agreed to accept these illegal aliens back. Trump got in there and said, time's up. Trump said, I'm not having it anymore. I'm back in the house. Things are it's getting in order. Time for things to get in order. Yo, their countries are collecting them. Moving record numbers of illegal aliens from all countries, and all countries have agreed to accept these illegal aliens back. Excuse me. Furthermore, record numbers of criminals are being removed from our country, and the border numbers are the strongest they have been since the first term of the Trump administration. Trump got in and said enough is enough. Now you got Elon throwing out little subliminals. Proposed law. If someone tears down the American flag and puts another flag in its place, that person should get a free but mandatory one-way trip to that flag's country. Is that a little much? Yeah. People have free will. You know what I mean? If I could say something like, if somebody burns a Quran and shouldn't pay consequences, you know, it is what it is. Listen, there's different videos right now in New York where a lot of different illegal aliens were. They're not there no more. The New York streets are clean. Okay? Mayor Adams got police officer, 2 cops in the subways for 6 months. Game's over, champ. The game's over. Like I said, I pray things go well for those who are trying to come back into the country legally, you know, and for those for the mass deportation guys, it's simply needed. There are a lot of people here who want to do nothing but harm. You had different gangs taking over apartment buildings, for crying out loud. They want to do nothing but harm. Now, just because your family may be somebody who's not doing harm, that's not the point. You think people who are doing harm are going to say they're doing harm? No. There's people out there who are in disguise, acting just like you, saying, my people aren't doing anything. My people are loving. They're doing the same thing, but in their hearts, they're evil. There's evil going on within their minds, even though they're acting like they're good people. That being the case, everybody has to get deported that's not legal. Safety precautions, people. 10 steps ahead. It must be done. And when you say things like, we're not criminals, or what crime are we? Passing a border, coming into the United States of America illegally is a crime. AOC done pumped your heads up too. Like, coming into America illegally, doing anything illegally is a crime. I said on my other video, if you're starving and you feel like you're about to lose your life and you walk into a grocery store and you steal some food because you're that hungry, it's still a crime. No matter if you felt like you were about to lose your life, no matter if you felt like you were that hungry, if you take it without purchasing it, You stole it. You committed a crime. Lord have mercy. Like I said, I can understand the frustration, guys. Praying for those who come back in legally to do it the right way. May the process of you coming in legally go smoothly. Amen. I love you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about what's going on right now in LA. Even New York. Definitely want to see your thoughts. God bless. Shalom.